that often. The final pick for the side of Falcon will be that Martis though, and I think according to Trex's will, it might just be going into the jungle.
Good. I like it. I like it. I'm happy. Good job, Falcon. I definitely like it. I think the thing they're going to need to be careful, though, is that Joy, right? R7. He's a monster, and maybe they need to use Naomi as more of a peel for him instead of an engage, and they need to keep it tight. Once again, in the last game, Zipex would go in alone. The rest of the team isn't even at the Lord pit yet. They get a little too split up, but if they can stay together, then it doesn't matter if Joy comes in.
I mean, not only that, but we saw this previously, right? Same pickups. The Joy and the Lunox complement, how they complement each other, especially when that Genius Wand is locked in here. The burst is almost too much to handle, so you've got to work around that. Falcon, they're going to be looking to get those hooks, get the numbers advantage into the fights, and really just allow this time, hopefully, for Zipex to shine on this Beatrix. But again, it's match point here for RRQ. Can Falcon Esports extend the series as we load into the Land of Dawn?
Oof. Early on, let's take a look at a bit of the matchups here, as well as the emblems. Of course, R7 with the Mystery Shop and the Vengeance, already going to be such a nuisance. But you can see that in the early game, of course, it's going to be jungling as usual for Albert and Ken. But now on this signature Martis, we'll see if Ken can demolish or decimate, rather, the members of RRQ. Naomi has that extra bit of cooldown, and Yellow Flash is copying, going with that Avarice emblem as well, trying to get a bit more of an early lead.
I do like the way Naomi's playing here as well. He's being a little bit more aggressive. He's not just following Justin around, he's getting vision for his team, and that's what they need to do.
Well, they already get the flicker.
Oh, R7 taking a bit of damage there, forced to back off. Cade play down, half health as well. Naomi picks up the first blood. Falcon keeping to their percentage rate, but will it win the game?
Well, that's a big play, right? I mean, already starting the tempo here. Falcon going to be able to play around that still, even Yellow Flash bullying R7. This is kind of typical for early game.
Ooh, that is good. But R7, I mean, that's all shield. That's not even a health bar.
Yeah, he has like literally an invisible amount of HP. Only one. That's crazy. He has the Vengeance though, that saved his life, but he needs to be a bit more careful. Glue is a very strong laner, so he needs to keep that in mind when he's contesting. But I think right now, Falcon is having a better time contesting the mid area until Albert makes a play.
Oh, Justin, Appraiser's Wrath comes in. Justin gets away, and these are the clutch moments that may pull Falcon through this early phase.
So they hold on to the lead here. I mean, that's twice now. Once for each team where someone got away with a sliver of health. So still, you can feel the tension here. Now also, as we're taking a look at Vin, you know, this Kufra pick, man, from time after time on multiple teams has worked wonders. And so Falcon Esports definitely going to keep an eye on that, but the fight for the turtle breaks out.
Yes, Albert getting a nice position over. Yellow Flash tries to get in the backside. Vin will get the Tyrant's Revenge onto him, but Vin then comes on top. I mean, Yellow Flash comes on top of Vin. Ken going to try to push Albert away from this turtle, wants to regain position. Albert goes down, and Naomi goes down. Ken as well, and Albert takes the turtle. I had a mislook at those health bars. It was Falcon that was getting melted. A double kill for R7. RRQ reclaiming the map.
It's like a 3-4-0 for RRQ plus the turtle. That is not how you want to have an early game when you have that Franco and that Valentina. Somehow, some way, they just overestimate their capabilities, and RRQ, once again, with some very, I don't know, risky plays, coming out on top yet again. This is insane, and they're already having a bit of an item lead, and they continue to pressure Falcon yet again.
That is not good, my dude, right? I mean, R7 getting that lead here, especially, they're still going.
Yeah, Ken very low. Albert finds him once again. That's 4-1, a 1,000 gold lead at only 3 minutes.
So remember, right? Okay, still going.
They're still going. Vin gonna get locked down. Zipex trying to find Skylar. Skylar hits that blazing duet and melts him down.
It's you know, it's crazy. They don't stop at all. And again, initially it looked like they were gonna lose, right? They lost the first blood, but it doesn't even matter. They just keep going at you. You just need to expect it. You cannot keep, I know, expecting something different. They just keep doing this. Nothing has changed in all 3 games they've been playing. And Albert right here on that Fredrin is just being more oppressive than ever onto Ken's jungle.
Man, I feel like Albert's learned maybe something in that matchup against Blacklist International here. He's playing phenomenally so far on this Fredrin, and I mean throughout the series as a whole. And that's the thing, right? You have Fredrin available to you, plus Vin on the Kufra. That front line and the pick-off potential, or the setup potential rather, is really good here. R7 too, you know, the fact that he was able to get 2 early kills, even though he struggled in that first pretty much push in the bottom side, able to survive transition very well. And he's back to his comfort, right? This is what we saw from game 1.
Yeah, and R7 just going to continue to harass this back line, but a nice suppression does come down. Clay will be the first to fall, but a big Tyrant's Rage. Yellow Flash and Ken now running for the hills as R7 locks on. The taunt comes on to Yellow Flash. He's going to land on top of In. Misses the dash. Going to have to jump off and get back to safety, but R7 and Albert do not want to let that happen. Naomi with a nice flicker hook brings Vin under and collects the kill, puts it in his pocket, and now Falcon going to try to make a move on to this turtle.
Amidst all that chaos, Naomi finds a chance to go for the flicker iron combo, and now R7 alone against 4 people, getting taken out, and RRQ are still going for the turtle though.
Yeah, now Yellow Flash, Naomi, and Justin are going to try to make their move. Ken is
battle.
at half health, but Albert takes the turtle once again. Falcon having a lot of trouble claiming these neutral objectives.
Albert with the no there. You know, he's not going to lose that retribution battle here. But still, I mean, Falcon able to find a couple picks. That's crucial for them. They can still use that to their advantage, trying to get the pendulum swinging in their favor. Check out the M4 stats here. Falcon first blood rate, still, it's even higher now, right? It went up, 94.44%. But is it enough? I mean, again, when we looked at the team head-to-head, the fact that they had that statistic, does it transition into winning games? That's the big question.
Yeah, Zipek's going to bring out the Navir's Passion. Vin taking a lot of damage. Ken will find him. Falcon not going to press their luck too much. Go back to the jungle, recalibrate, rethink out your situations.
For RRQ, man, they have to slow down quite a bit. This time, if they just go in all the way, there's just a lot of punishing moments here coming in from Yellow Flash with the Slam Pass combo, Justin with the Terrify, as well as the Nibiru's Passion that we saw earlier, just decimating them, especially because ZipX has the first item power spike, and for Skylar on the Claude, he needs one more item to just reach that optimum Claude initial power spike, and that is usually at 7 to 8 minutes, so for now, Falcon still has a chance to try and push the tempo.
Well, he's pushing the tempo there. R7 in the nest here, right? He go ahead, pretty much just leash that purple buff for Ken here. But now, I guess the big question is, where do they find their moments? If you're RRQ or even Falcon, it looks like it's going to be reliant on Vin again.
Yeah, big stun onto the wall. Yellow Flash will get melted down. Skylar picking up his first kill in this game, putting him a little bit ahead of ZipX here.
You can see the difference in, I don't know, the solutions, because with the,
Wow.
oh, wait, never mind.
R7 getting deleted. Oh, Naomi misses the hook. I got a feeling it's going to be a disengage here. Back to you, Arashi.
Well, once it's back to me, the fight breaks open yet again. Justin will be able to escape, fortunately, and RRQ goes for the turtle because, as I was mentioning, Clay on that Lunox can deal so much damage to the glue that Yellow Flash cannot be as oppressive as R7, but now the engage opens up again.
Comes in, a lot of damage coming in. Vin getting melted low, but Naomi will be the first to fall. It's Yellow Flash on top of him, but they want to lock on to Justin. Justin using the Brilliant Assist to try to get away. Ken looking for something, trying to just escape, but Justin will fall. Skylar picks it up. That's a 2-for-1 trade. Wait a second, ZipX looking for Skylar. Doesn't use the dash. Yellow Flash does get the stun though. Vin with the Tyrant's Rage knocks Yellow Flash up against the wall. Yellow Flash is a bulky boy. He should be able to walk away from this safely. Overall, the turtle does go to the side of RRQ once again, but it's still a 2-for-2 trade.
It's a small victory, but again, you have to wonder who does it benefit? Who has a stronger late game when they keep trading kills like this, especially because R7, look at him. It's the same story from game number 1. He just keeps going in and out, and there's no real apparent solution coming in from Falcon. Take a look at the items right here. Ken on his signature Martis only has a Hunter Strike. That is not nearly enough to deal with all the potential damage coming in from the side of RRQ. As we were talking about earlier, the Golden Staff is competed for Skylar as well. So in those big team fights, they have to worry about Clay just nuking the tanks, or they can worry about Skylar just shredding everyone at the same time. So many problems for Falcon to deal with.
A lot of problems here for them to deal with, but they are in a position, they have the tools they need to turn this back in their favor here. And it really just starts, again, allowing, you have ZipX picking up Malefic Roar. The damage is going to be there, so that follow-up from the Iron Hook, when it lands from Naomi, ZipX has to make sure he's there, meanwhile avoiding, especially Vin. You see him jumping around all over the map here. So at this point, 9 minutes in, Lord's going to be up here shortly. Falcon has to hold on the best they can, and it's going to come down to either that hook or Justin, but here comes Vin.
Oh, Vin wastes a lot, getting shredded down. ZipX unable to find the kill though. Snipe shot does come out, does not land, but a hook does. Vin will go down finally. ZipX finds it, the conceal play comes out. Clay forced to use a brilliance just to get away here. Keep an eye on Albert coming to the backside. Suppression does land down, but Clay goes down as well. Albert now up against Yellow Flash. Justin holding the back. ZipX keeping his distance, trying to lock on. R7 dashing around like a maniac. Hits the ultimate. ZipX goes down, but it's a 1-for-1. A beautiful trade. 3-for-1 currently on the map. Falcon finally winning out in a team fight, but Albert doesn't want to let it go down stale. Skylar also here. Albert will take the Lord pit, but he's going to back off. A nice win for Falcon.
Everyone's so low from Falcon, but the only casualty is ZipX, and that is taken at the cost of R7's life. So for now, Falcon is still getting a bit of an advantage. If RRQ cannot deal with ZipX on that Beatrix, this can be quite a problem for them.
Oh, Naomi does get Tyrant's Rage. A lot of damage onto Naomi. Doesn't land the hook, will be the first to fall. Now Yellow Flash and Justin and Ken need to think. Vin brought down to about 20%. Albert now on the front side. Yellow Flash on the run. ZipX with the snipe shot, lands on a Skylar, but he's still not down. Vin very low. The rest of them come in. Vin takes the first objective of the past 2 games. Able to take it a big win there, but at what cost? 2 members down. RQ not letting up.
Now with 2 members down, what can RRQ find in exchange for that? Because otherwise, that is still a very good situation for Falcon. They've equalized on the gold difference, and as we mentioned, ZipX is scaling further and further into the late game. And of course, RRQ can very easily dive towards him, using the Joy, using the Claude as well. But there's a lot more problems right now with the crowd control being used more efficiently. Falcon has adjusted, and they're going for Albert.
Oh, nice suppression. Albert will get deleted there. R7 and Clay forced to back off. Falcon gonna move down onto this mid-tier 3 tower. Will they keep going? On the boss side, Lord has connected to tier 2, but Skylar makes quick work of that. Falcon now gonna move, take another tower away from RQ, and now the map is red, boys.
They made a huge shift here in momentum just from that Lord take again. The work, and you saw earlier, I mean, even when they grabbed and secured that Lord, the celebration from Naomi, they knew that this would give them the lead they were looking for throughout the game. And again, you're seeing it, right? Naomi landing the hooks here, and the follow-up from ZipX is the damage is there, right? He's got, what, 3, almost 4 items on this Beatrix. So as they continue to siege down the base of RRQ, they're just waiting on those inhibitor turrets. It's going to come down to that next Lord. So RRQ's got to be very cautious on how they approach it. Vin does not want to overextend, especially if he puts him in a bad position, because that's something we see a lot of the times when Kufra is picked. Yes, the playmake potential is there, but you also are at risk of putting yourself in a bad position. Then you just get focused down, or you get bloodied hunt by Naomi. So they can't lose Vin here, and R7, as much as he's been trying.
Vin does get the Tyrant's Rage. McKenna's there to help out. Yellow Flash will be able to back off. Skylar down very, very low. ZipX has great positioning on this team fight. Albert forced to try to walk away, able to hit the dash, but gets pulled back to the team. A lot of damage. R7 not able to invade the back line as usual. Albert falls. Ken picks up the kill. Naomi wants more. He's keeping his distance, misses the hook, but Falcon is not letting up. This could be the tilt.
There's Albert is still not back on the Land of Dawn, so Falcon goes for the siege right here. Conceal is being used, so it does seem like RRQ want to try and do something, but they gotta stop doing this, man. The whole shift in momentum happened because RRQ took a essentially free 3 versus 5 earlier before taking the Lord. So RRQ need to understand that at this point, if you are down 1 member, or if one of your members get picked off, cannot just go with your initial instinct of just going back in against the full roster of Falcon, because right now, as you mentioned, Aisu, ZipX is just doing so much damage, and he has a lot more range compared to Skylar. So he's having a lot more success in this front-to-back team fights, because Skylar is not allowed to dive towards the back line.
Falcon's doing an amazing job at just protecting ZipX specifically here, and Justin having a phenomenal game on this Valentina pick. So really it comes down again to how does this play down to the micro decisions for this Lord dance. You're going to see Yellow Flash do his best to zone out.
Oh, but it does get that wild charge on the Yellow Flash. Finn gets hooked in though. Zipex gonna shred through. Lord down to about 50%. All members still on the field. Now Ken's gonna try to make a move onto Albert here, push him away, try to get some position, and Ken will go down. That's Retribution off the field for Falcon. RQ now gonna try to make their advance. Chip down this Lord, conceal play does come in. Zipex has the snipe out. It's a Lord fight, and Albert wins. Zipex goes down. Skylar with the blazing duet. Naomi, Yellow Flash very low. Naomi forced to flicker away. Yellow Flash in a bad position, goes down as well. It's a 4-man wipeout for RRQ, and the Lord as well.
How do they keep doing this, man? These fights are all so chaotic, but somehow, some way, RRQ find a way to just turn it around. It's a 4-for-2 plus the Lord, and all was done due to the different maneuvers back and forth by RRQ. And now, with the Lords, with the waves in their favor, they're gonna make a decisive game-ending play.
Another thing to keep in mind there in that fight was Skylar, right? He has that, he just picked up the Malefic Roar, but he had the Corrosion Scythe already. So when he found the right moment to go in and slow everybody down, it was really hard for Falcon to even disengage, even though they wanted to. By that time, it was too late. They got whittled down, they got picked off, and now they've got to defend against this Lord pushing on the top side.
Luckily, they do still have their base turrets, and Zipex is still farmed up, so they make quick work of that Lord. Another thing to point out in that team fight, Ken once again kind of tries to push Albert away, but that puts him in a bad position. And Zipex already has the Renner out, so there's no defense against Skylar unless you just hit this amazing skill shot, which I mean at that point, he just has the wrong matchup. And like you said, Skylar just finds the perfect timing.
You know what's crazy though? The whole time, RRQ has one single method of approach. Jump on Yellow Flash, use Clay to burst him down, and then we'll go from there. It's the same thing again and again. It's insanity. And somehow, some way, they get a different result. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense, but this is RQ and Falcon, and this is M4. It's not supposed to make sense.
Well, again, it's two teams with tempo, and throughout the series, honestly, it's been back and forth, right? One time, or at one point, RRQ has the lead, Falcon will have the lead, and really, it's just coming down to these amazing team fights, and really, who can get the resources, or even, as Gideon likes to call it, the battle spell economy, right? It comes down to those decisions, the flicker plays, even from Vin, when he pairs it up with the conceal, it's really tough for Falcon to respond here, and they're going to lose the purple buff as it's invaded, and right now, again, backs against the wall for Falcon.
Falcon is going to complete the majority of their items though here. The tanky members are going to get tankier. And honestly, I do think that in a straight front-to-back fight, Falcon has found so much more success compared to RRQ. It's only when RRQ were able to approach from multiple angles and split apart the front line of Falcon, where they're able to just confuse them and just make them think twice about using their ultimates, their battle spells, because the threats are coming from so many different directions. So for now, if RRQ can maintain this aggression, can continue to just confuse Falcon, they can just keep doing the same thing, and it might just pay off. But of course, this next Lord will be pivotal in deciding who comes out on top.
This could be a game-winning Lord here. Vin gonna check the bush. Falcon trying to get in position. Justin and Zipex being on the backside know that they've got to stay alive here. Justin holding on to the Lunox ultimate as now Lord half health.
Yeah, look at that Rainer shot. Checks the bush with it, so that is one utility down already. Should still have the Nibiru's passion ready to go. Uses it. Nice suppression. Vin does have the immortality though. Tries to pop it off. Justin able to take him out. This looks bad for Yellow Flash though. Brought very low. Zipex does find Clay. It's a battle for the Lord, and the heat is on. Albert very low. Lord very low. And Yellow Flash finds it. A game-winning moment at that. Can they take it here? A full team wipe. And at this, Falcon may be able to win the game. They're going to push down the mid, send someone back to defend the base, and the death counters are clocking down.
And just like that, a turn the tide fight. Falcon marching into the base.
GG's, we're going to a game 4, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready.
Whew. Falcon, man. When the fight goes in their favor, when it's a front to back, when Zipex is able to just constantly just output that damage, basic attacking again, and again. That is where Falcon comes out on top. They show it again.